Now, this might just be a contender for one of the best films I've ever watched in 2025. Hello, welcome back to James Ram Reviews for yet another episode. And in today's episode, we are doing another midnight recording special for you. As I, like an hour ago or so, got back from the latest, big Indian type of blockbuster called Arjun, the son of Vyjayanthi. Vyjayanthi, right? It might be hard to pronounce for some people, but the title is actually, Arjun S slash O of Vyjayanthi, something like that. So to that effect, and so to give you a bit of context here, you already know if you have seen my channel, I have been going through a phase where I think I just really have enjoyed Indian cinema. There's something to it, something really interesting about it, and I have seen about close to seven or eight, six or seven Indian films in the cinema. And with those other experiences, I would give myself a day or two to process it. But with this movie, I feel like even if I gave myself another day or two to process it, I'm going to come up with the same conclusions, the same, take, the same opinion, and stuff like that. So, without spoiling what this movie is about, what you have here is you have a 2 hour and a half movie where you have this big storyline that is all about making sure that this guy Arjun makes sure that his mother just gets protected and everything goes well. But obviously, it's going to have more steps to it. There's going to be a big, large scale to the film, and I did say this might be a contender for a film of the year because I actually think this screening was a masterpiece. The way that it all played out for me, and the first thing we're going to talk about here is the theatrical experience itself. Like there was about close to 10 times when I was like, "Whoa, yes!" and I was constantly like this, right? And I was like, "Oh yeah, look at them just throw that way, throw this thing, punch this guy." And every time the characters shouted in this movie, you could just feel that energy rising. Like, it's not that situation where you have to turn your headphones down or anything. It's like you need to hear the loudness. You don't need noise cancelling because you're immersed in what these characters are saying. And every time they title drop the character's name, every time they mention the big bad guy's name, the crowd, portions of the crowd were in it with me, like, yeah, whoa, and just a lot of laughter, a lot of entertainment. I even remember, like, I was just sitting where I was casually. A couple of Indian people were just smiling at me, like, oh yeah, this guy knows that I was shit. He absolutely does. And especially when I was in the intermission section of the movie, I was grabbing another beer, grabbing a bit more snacks, and again, more people were smiling at me because they know that the Scottish, 20-year-old white man absolutely understands the cinematic appeal of Indian cinema. So we have all of this, right? But the movie, just on a story level, on a action level, on a music level, everything just works for me. You could argue that there's points in the film where you're like, well, they take too much time to resolve these things, but it just flies by, and the budget is so high. Like, and you just feel the punches, you feel the atmosphere, you just feel everything, and it was just awesome. What an awesome film! What an awesome 2025 film, and I'm glad I saw this movie opening night because another fun fact about this movie was that lift experience, and I don't think I talk about in my reviews like lift experiences like right after the movie. I'm in the lift with people and I go down to the ground floor. Well, there was like about 5 to 10 Indian guys in here. I was like in this bit, and this guy was talking to me. I was like, "So you enjoyed the movie? You like Indian cinema?" And I told him, well, I like I saw them on Netflix and stuff, so I wanted to take it to the big screen, and it just blew my mind every time I was doing it. But then these guys were, I think they might have been having a discussion in Telugu. They were kind of shouting and laughing, but a guy like stepped on another guy's foot and they were just laughing, and they have had an absolute blast. And even with an aisle seat, I was trying my hardest to get out of the cinema because there was so many of them coming in, and there's quite a few of them that missed the opening of the film. But they didn't really miss a lot because obviously this is the type of movie where you have all the different elements, and it takes that while to really give you the satisfying conclusion. But honestly, the pacing is good. Just everything was good about it. These crazy Superman punches that Arjun would play out. Even the romance in this movie is kind of just played to perfection because the girl is really, really interested in Arjun, and the girl really does help him, and there's a lot of that just really, really crescendos into a really big final battle, and it was just an awesome film. So I can't stop raving about this movie as a theatrical experience, right? An absolute 10 out of 10 masterpiece. As a film itself, as an actual Indian spectacle, it just does everything the way you want it to, and it gives you just a little bit more. And it might be recency bias, but yeah, one of the best experiences of 2025. Yeah, my review of Arjun Son of Vyjayanthi 2025 Telugu experience was absolute cinema. So yeah, if you go ahead and you find a way to watch this movie and it's like limited theatrical run, I recommend it. And yeah, that let's just keep it coming. Let's let South Asia cook even more, chat, because this is an absolute amazing, 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 genre of cinema and film. Peace out. Bye.